Welcome back, everybody. How are we doing today? It is Thursday, September 19th, 2024. 1924. By God, how the time has flown. How are we all doing? I've missed you. I am on my stretch of days off, so I will be putting out content hopefully every day. We'll see. Excuse me. And this video, obviously, you see from the title, this is going to be about Thor. This is going to be about the fusion that we all worked pretty decently hard for. It actually wasn't too bad. I was very impressed. This is kind of like a recap of just me thinking. I was very impressed. It wasn't too difficult. I think probably 80% of the players could have done it without spending any money. Um, and that is evident. And Thor is actually a very, very good champion. We'll quickly break down his skills, right? As we always do. Um, and then I'll show you in places that you can use him. I think he does a ton of damage. His multipliers are great. Now, I always say don't look at these reviews because they're not always accurate. That used to be really the case because people will just bomb champions they don't understand or don't like. And then even after they get a buff, people don't go and update their ratings. But as you can see, Thor across the board, very handy in all areas of the game. Mainly Hydra, campaign, faction wars, which he can solo faction wars, even with just the mediocre gear I have on him now. He's very good in Spider's Den. I think there is a big argument that you could use him in Hard Spider 10. We might just put a team together today and see how that goes. But let's look at his stats. So before the blessings, by the way, I had him built out. We didn't have the 750 extra attack. So I wish I could remove the blessing from him to kind of show you, but just do some quick math. It's around like 5,500 attack, which is nothing. That's like, ooh, sorry, there's a fly here. Um, that's nothing. That is entry for arena, regular gold arena. Okay, 5,000 attack, roughly for an attack damage dealer. Now, but after the blessing, you get a big boost to attack. I am personally going to go for the 5-star blessing. I think everybody should try to at least go for the 4 because when you hit 4-star blessing, you get a little increase to crit damage here. So let's just go down. You get 38% increased crit damage. So if we look here, yeah, that's going to put him over 300% crit damage, which is really good. And my gear is not properly ascended. Nothing. Like I need to roll this into crit damage. This needs to roll into attack. We need attack here, and attack here. This rolled great. I just need to finish ascending that. And then this needs to roll into crit damage. And then this needs to roll into attack. And then, ladies and gentlemen, that is our moneymaker. We shall be getting there. I will be endeavoring to get a merciless banner for him. Actually, I wonder, hold on, what do I get out of a 3 here? More accuracy? I don't care for accuracy. Thor does need accuracy for one of his abilities, which is his passive, or 2 abilities. One is a passive that places a stun. The other is one that places decreased speed. Now, let's go over his abilities. His A1, Wrath of Mjolnir, attacks an enemy 2 times, has a 20% chance of repeating the attack. Each hit decreases target's turn meter by 10%. I've only ever seen this repeat once. I've never really seen him go ham hawk, okay? His A2, Fulminous Ricochet, 3-turn cooldown when booked. It'll attack all enemies after hitting the initial target, all selected enemy, by the way. All other enemies will be hit in random order, and each subsequent hit following the initial hit will increase the damage inflicted by 25%, stacking up to 100%. So that means you need at least 4 people on the team for this to reach its cap. But if you're doing dungeons and you're doing Curse City, it's going to, the last 2 hits will be max damage on people. This attack will ignore block damage and unkillable. This effect does not work against bosses, which is a big bummer. And I wonder if they put that in there because the unkillable can be stolen from your team and put on Hydra, and they were just like, well, we really, it might have been too much spaghetti coating for them to try and put some sauce on, you know what I'm saying? And then we have Hammer of Heaven, 3-turn cooldown when booked. And then as I'm looking here, it is 100% chance when booked for these abilities. He'll attack all enemies. This attack, by the way, is the big clap. He'll attack all enemies, but before he attacks, he gives himself an increased attack buff and increased crit damage buff for 2 turns. 100% chance of permanently decreasing the resistance of each enemy by 10%. This stacks up to 50. That's important. And then also 100% chance of placing decreased speed on all enemies for 2 turns. So you need accuracy for that. I believe you actually do not need accuracy for the decreased resistance, because I think this works the same way as Harima when she does decreased defense on her A2. When she has the multiple hits, I think stacks up to 30%. I don't remember. And then his passive Sky Rupture. Every time this champion deals damage, it increases the thunder counter by 1, stacks up to 10. Each thunder stack increases his damage by 3%, stacking up to 30. Okay, so once you have 3 stacks, he's already got max damage from this. Does that make sense? Oh no, I'm sorry. You need 10 stacks. Don't mind me here. I'm thinking in reverse. But no, you need, once you hit 10 stacks, he gets max damage, right? But once you reach 10 stacks, he will unleash an attack that's an AoE. It'll place a stun debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. And, the attack and the thunder counter reset to 0. Okay. I believe very much so that this resets to 0 as well. So he goes back to having less damage until you reach those stacks again. And then he has an aura, increase attack in all battles by 30%. And as you can see, I took Soul Reap on him because I couldn't think of a good one to do on him unless it was going to be Crushing Rend, and that needs to be 6-star. So I think once I get my Trunda to 6-star Crushing Rend, which whenever it pops up in the shop, it will be done. I've been waiting weeks. Then Thor will most likely be the next one that I work on. I am currently working on Marius and a couple other guys as well, especially Marius now because I got the cow. But I think Soul Reap is going to be the go-to for a lot of people for what you're going to want to do for Thor right now. Yeah. Masteries are as such. I'm bringing him down to Helm Smasher. Okay. And then we have him on Spirit Haste. Now, there is a case to bring him down to War Master or Giant Slayer. And I'll tell you what it is right now. So that Thunder counter, this does work only with Masteries. Okay. It does not work with sets, and it does not work with blessings. So you can't put Phantom Touch on him and expect it to increase the Thunder counter. Because how it is coded, the Thunder counter tracks what Thor himself does. Okay? So believe it or not, the blessing needs to be thought of as an equipment, right? It comes off of itself, same as sets. So like poison counters and stuff like that from Toxic. All of that stuff is coded to come off the set itself, not the champion. Right? Does that make sense? But War Master is an innate ability that your champion has that everything is based off of. So that's a thought to try and get the thunder counter up faster. I had somebody today ask me, do I think, they go, do you think that what should you take? Should you take War Master or Helm Smasher? Personally, I'm taking Helm Smasher. I'm going to test Thor. We're going to do Helm Smasher on him first this week for Hydra, and then next week I'm going to do War Master, and then I'm going to compare the damage. It's going to be the same team. Thor will be slotted in, I think, to my Nightmare team. Thor is going to work very well with ally attackers, so Lady Mikage, Grand Oak Podridge, all those guys, okay? I just have to figure out the right team for him. But yeah, this is the gear here. It's nothing special. Feral gear that we're getting. What you really want to get on him is Lethal or Savage. Let me go down here. Merciless, obviously, is the prime candidate. Because once you hit 6 pieces of Merciless, you essentially have a better version of Lethal. And you really do want to get him, I would argue, to 9. But 8 is probably optimal, right? All 8 pieces of Merciless gear. I do not have a lot of great Merciless gear. I'm very stingy on what gear to keep. And I say that, and we're looking at all this. But none of this is as good as what I have on him right now. Especially with this here. This is just a solid piece from Feral. And Thor does need accuracy, and this does give him a little bit of speed. So, I mean, if you can fit Feral on there, and you're doing Lethal, and then your accessories are Merciless, then you're doing just fine. To be honest. But yeah, the crit damage, this needs to roll into crit damage Ascension. It's going to take me a while. I really wish Plarium would just change it so that when you re-roll, it would only cost 4 all the way through. People are still going to use a shit ton of dust, and it's not going to break the bank. It's player friendly, and it doesn't stop people from farming Sand Devil. Because right now, other than farming Fire Knight, maybe Ice Golem, and or Spider for silver, because that's really the only reason I'm farming Spider now is just to get silver because I don't have any. But yeah. And then yeah, this here just rolled well. This is a triple roll in crit rate, and this is a double roll in speed, so that's a good piece. And then right here, these are 5-star boots, but they ascended for attack, which was good, and they had triple crit rate on them. And then really nothing else mattered. I'll probably max these out just for stats. This is double speed with crit damage. We didn't need crit rate. I could actually still try and find a piece that has less crit rate, more attack, and more crit damage on it. Speed and crit damage. And yeah, we'll look at the ring here. This ring is actually not half bad. It rolled 111. But what I'm starting to figure out, by the way, with accessories for Merciless and Supersonic and Feral and Pinpoint, just keep them all. Because the thing is, these stats really don't matter, right? Stats on a ring don't matter. The ring itself matters for the set bonus. Capiche? Now your amulet kind of matters. If you're building a damage dealer, you need crit damage on that, you know, or some wacky build where you need attack amulets. But on the amulet, the only thing that matters is accuracy or resistance, depending on what you're building, but also attack. Like right here, as you can see, I have not enchanted this. Right? What's our max here? 25. Can we get it? Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. We just got some extra. And you know what? We got some accuracy on this bitch. Boom. 7. I'm not even going to do that again. So there we go. We just got a little bit more attack, a little bit more accuracy. But then again, also on the banner, the banners matter though, because it's like, well, I want an attack banner for this guy, and I'm going to want speed on that. Right? That is an unalienable truth. I'm not going to waste my 1 6-star I got lying around on this. Can we? Ooh. Hey, you know what? I'll take 2% extra. But yeah, anyways, the accessories, just pretty much keep all accessories except banners. I always sell the banners if they don't have speed. But if they are mythic and they are legendary, I keep them. I roll them up to 8 and see if they double hit. And then if they do, I'll try to roll them all the way up, and then I chaos aura them. So that's actually why I don't have, like, if we go here and we go to rework, I'm very much missing a lot. I have a ton of 5-star mythic and legendary, which that might be the goal of the day. But sorry, without further ado, I'm going to put timestamps in this, and let's go and let's look at where Thor shines the most, shall we? All right, welcome back. Here we are. This is 12-6 Nightmare. This is the hardest thing to farm. Now, you guys have probably seen this in other content creator videos, so I do apologize, but just bear with me here. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to do this, and that. And where is my beautiful, beautiful God of Thunder? There he is. So Thor is actually one of a handful of champions that can solo Nightmare campaign. And I'll show you right here. Okay, we'll hit this. Boom, claps. They're all dead. Boom, claps those guys. 172,000. That's crazy. He'll do that, and then he gets another turn. Boom. And as you saw, as he went through, his passive procced. Let's go on 1-time speed. I love watching this. Boom. 121,000 damage. This is without decreased defense or anything. He's just coming through. Ricochet. We're looking at 197,000 on the Allure, but she does have the lowest defense. 1, 2, and then procs his passive. Boom. Almost kills everybody, and then he comes in, cleans it up. All right. Let's just roll it back into 2-time speed. So yeah, Thor, campaign farmer. You don't need great stats either. 5,000 attack, 200 speed, and you need just a little bit of crit damage, and he's going to get you there. That's it. Just a little over 200, by like 220% crit damage, and he will unlock farming Nightmare campaign. Another place that I'm using him in now, I took my Quintus out of this, and it's going to be here at Minotaur. He farms it pretty decently fast, but I'm going to leave him in this because I'm not going to swap gear off of him like I do for Quintus. Is he going to repeat? Nope. I'm actually very happy I got the bovine there. It's going to help my clan out and Clan Siege. Which kind of, you know what's funny though? I was looking at our chat. Almost every person that pulled for that event that got a faction Unity champion got the fucking the moo cow here, which was kind of funny. Let's take him over here into Arena. Thor does very well in Arena. We're gonna swap him out here. Where did that team go? I think it's at the top. Yep, here it is. This is just a whatever, just as a speed team, no decreased defense, nothing. They're coming in. Arbiter lead. It's going to go into Lysandra. It's going to go into Yumiko and then into Thor. Okay. I'll slow this down to 1-time speed. The only thing that stops Thor, sadly, is the Stoneskin meta. He cannot hit past that. Clap, and they're gone. They just disappear. And that's not a bad team either. That's a pretty standard what you would set for a team. Kymar lead into Arbiter, into Ugo for decreased defense, and Rhonda. Now, that obviously wasn't the greatest team, but let's see how he fares against... I'm trying to think here. He definitely gets hard countered by Teras because he gets his attack decrease. But here, let's do this one here. Okay. One-time speed for the fun. Arbiter increases. We get a lockout from Yumiko. Womp. Oh my god. Never mind. We're fucked. Oh, bitch. We're gonna lose. Oh no. I don't know how to read. Man. Are we gonna have to take this over? Oh man, yeah, this team's fucking wrecking us right now. Holy shit. Yeah, kill that guy. Get rid of him. No. Oh, yeah, we're done. Holy shit, we lost. I need to read up what that guy does. Hold up. I think he does stuff based on locked out, right? Grants an extra skill. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, so we need to do manual on this and we can win. That was crazy. I was like, I'm pretty sure he does something if we lock his skills out. Do that to you. Thor should cut in here. Yeah, okay, now they're dead. Bye. Boom. Okay. I was like, what? That's what happens when you don't read. All right, kids, stay in school. Let's try this one here. This looks like a weird looking team, but we're gonna go for it. And then Thor says goodnight. Killed both damage dealers. The only reason Arbiter lived was because of the Vogoth, but then they all die. 242 damage. Did you see that? That was crazy. Gotta skip that team. This team will be hard. So let's see how we fare here. I'm gonna take it off auto. Let's see how we do. I think we will outspeed them. Yep. I have a very fast Arbiter. Lock everybody's abilities out. Thor comes in, and I'm thinking we're gonna do that. Take that off the cat. Oh. Oh no. I think we put that on you. Nope, target was changed. That's fine. Gotta get rid of that guy. The thing about Thor, sadly, is he is very squishy. I was very flummoxed, I guess is my new word, that they did not make him an HP damage dealer because Thor is known as like a very stout, vigorous person. Oh, Christ. In mythology. Like you can see he's very like, you know, barrel chested and all that jazz. I think we're gonna get a reset here in a second. Oh, it's because I transferred the buff. Okay. Decrease turn, yeah. Or decrease buff. Okay. She's coming in. Boom. Yeah, that's the only thing about Thor is he just does not have the stats to survive. He is just like a regular glass cannon build, man. Let's see. Let's target you. Boom. Yeah. Yeah, so now we're seeing, you know, he's coming up against a beefier team. I don't think we're winning this. So let's just get out of here. That is a big bummer about Thor is he doesn't have a block revive or anything, which does separate him, you know, separates the wheat from the chaff, so to say, in that instance. But I think that's going to be it to showcase Thor in areas that you can use him in. Hydra, I wasn't going to do a Hydra video, but I'm going to wait until we get that 4-star ascension on him, and then I am going to be using him in Nightmare. And then I'll post that Nightmare team for a video. But if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. As always, I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.